started. Okay, welcome everyone. This is our virtual meeting tonight again. So people have an opportunity to watch live streaming, of course, but our council folks are in attendance. We'll make a determination in council on what we're going to do for the June 1st meeting, and we'll go from there. But first, I'd like to call to order is the Lawrenceburg Board of Works meeting for May the 18th, 2020, with a roll call, please.
Sure. Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
President Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, announcements. I don't have any for this meeting, guys, unless either of you do.
I have nothing, Mayor.
Okay.
Nothing.
Tony? All right, if not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes from the April 6, 2020 Utility Service Board meeting.
Wait a minute, you mean Board of Works?
Or Board of Works meeting, I'm sorry.
May 4th. I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Thank you. Board of Works meeting. Second. Tony seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. No committee reports tonight other than I believe Chief Tremaine did send in his report to you guys.
That is correct, Mayor.
Yes.
Good.
By email.
All right. I have no new business for Board of Works. Mr. Weldon, we've got anything under old business?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Under old business, we have the Dearborn County Country Club. The Dearborn County Country Club has requested that we allow them to exercise a provision in their assignment of mortgage with the city and the original loan for that property to develop up to 20% of the total acreage for commercial or residential purposes. And just kind of talking this through with their attorney and with our council members, it seems that the best thing to do would be to move forward with the country club in the sense that we will ask them to incur any costs, legal fees and recording fees, any costs associated with releasing the lien for this property, so long as it complies with the contract, and that we would not do that until closing, because we would make sure that they get their zoning and whatever requirements that the county or the city of Aurora would have for them. So if we are required to release our lien up to 20%, which this contract says, it was a contract that was executed in the Cunningham administration, you know, obviously way before our time, but it does say that if at any time the owners of the country club want to develop up to 20% of that property, that we have to let them. So, and I know that that causes some hard feelings for some of the members of the community and some of the golfers there, and you guys have all heard those, and you're doing a great job fighting for your constituents, even ones out in the county and Aurora. You know, we're all one community. So if we have to do something, we'll do it, but it sounds like we'll at least make sure that they pay any costs associated with that, legal fees and recording fees, and that we do release the lien at closing, so long as it complies completely with the contract and they've been able to get all their zoning through the county and the city of Aurora. If that is the will of the board, we can just kind of proceed that way. I don't need a vote. Obviously, we'll have documentation to sign if we get to a closing, but I can go back and report to the country club and their attorney that we'll move to the next step.
You don't want a vote from Board of Works to pass?
Is your microphone working?
Oh, I don't know.
Excuse me, Your
Yeah.
Honor. Excuse me, Your Honor. Richard is saying that it's not gone live yet. That's why he was.
Yeah, okay.
I was gonna say, the last couple meetings I've been here, I think this table and your table was shut off.
The mic is?
The mics are.
Well, I'll move.
No, I don't think he's just saying it isn't. It isn't
Mine
live
are on,
yet.
mine
He
are
said
on
that.
tonight.
So all this.
So now you get to repeat all that?
Do all that again.
I don't remember what I said.
It is now. Okay, it is now. So it just now. Richard said we are live.
Okay,
So should we start over?
So no, we'll start
whole
with
thing?
the old business. They can catch the beginning of this meeting. There was nothing voted on, nothing discussed. They can catch that on YouTube. Correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
YouTube be going.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Since there was nothing voted on, nothing talked about, except a roll call and no announcements, we approved the minutes. That's it. So we didn't have any new business. We're on old business right now, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Weldon.
Thank you, Your Honor. If it pleases the Board of Public Works and Safety, and Your Honor, we have under old business a proposal from the Dearborn County Country Club and their current ownership in regard to the assignment of the original loan and mortgage that secures the property upon which the golf course and the country clubhouse sit. They are proposing to develop up to 20% of the total acreage into housing, either commercial or residential housing. The assignment document does state that on its face that they're able to do that. This was an assignment of the original loan that happened in the Cunningham administration, obviously way before our time, but it's a contract. It appears to be signed by the mayor and the clerk treasurer at that time and the owners. So if the language forces us to do that, we'll comply with the terms of the deal. I know that doesn't mean that necessarily any of us agree with that or all of us agree with that. And I know that you guys have heard from people that golf there, or people who are worried about the community, and you've done a great job advocating for your constituents. But at the end of the day, it's a contract that none of us were involved in, and it seems to say that they can develop up to 20% of that property. What I would like to do, based on our discussions, is go back to the attorney for the country club, let them know that we'll move forward to the next phase, and that they will be responsible for any legal fees or costs of recording the release of the lien for that parcel of property, for those two parcels that they propose to develop, and that we'll do that. We'll release the lien at closing just to make sure that they've gotten all the approvals from the county and the city of Aurora, and that they've presented their plat and whatever the proposed development would be.
If they do this, will they have to resurvey anything to make sure it's 20% and not 20.1% that they might use?
And that's a good question. So what they provided us already is below the 20%. There's a very small transfer of 0.6 acres that occurred in 2011. And even with that 0.6 acres and the new development as surveyed, it's under 20% of the 222 total acres. So that would be another thing that we would do, Mr. Abbott, is we would just double check, okay, this is under 20%. This is for commercial or residential purposes. Just everything that's in the clause that they're using lines up, and also that they've carried all that out. That's why I would propose that we just do it at closing. And if they do that and the contract says that they can, then they can do it.
Any other questions from either of you guys? Do we need to take action on that in the Board of Works, or pass it on, maybe take action and pass it on with a favorable to council, or how are we?
Yeah, I've got it on old business under Board of Works and council, just because I think that's appropriate, just based on the nature of these multiple agreements. It's kind of a, if this happens then kind of vote. I don't really like those votes. I think the vote we should save for when we have final paperwork, just so
Okay.
we're protected. But I did want to bring it up under both, because council's involved, as our financial body and our legislative body, and then Board of Public Works and Safety, because of the nature of this arrangement.
So we'll wait to take voting action until the final document.
If it
You want
pleases
to
your
vote to
honor.
move? You want to vote to move forward now, then?
We can, with
That's what
the
I thought.
understanding that's just a vote to continue discussions.
About to make a motion to move forward with the contract with Dearborn Country Club without a favorable, though.
Just with discussion, make sure that they're going to cover the items that
Yes.
Attorney Weldon had mentioned. Okay. All right. Second,
I'll second it with a
All those in-
non-favorable.
all those in favorable? All those in favor?
Aye.
Hey, you guys got me.
I don't think anybody's favorable with this.
Opposed? All right, we'll pass that back, we'll pass it on to council.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, any other old business on this meeting, guys? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved, Mayor.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. USB as soon as we're all seated. We all seated? All right.
Thank you.
All right, I'll call to order the City of Lawrenceburg Utility Board meeting for May the 18th, 2020 with a roll call, please.
Sure. Board member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board member Justin Noppert.
Yes, sir.
Board member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Board member Lenny Fryman.
Present.
Board member Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
President Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
All right, any announcements for this? I'll give you guys an update on the utility director posting. I believe the posting comes down the 22nd of this month. I believe we've got in excess of 20 applicants at this point from all over. Right now, they're just from all over the place. From when I say all over the place, all over the United States. So we'll keep you updated on that. We have a process in line or to go forward. We're gonna have myself. I believe Mr. Knopper's gonna represent the USB. Jenny Felix, HR director. Mr. Fetty is gonna be on it, and we're gonna get a member of the utility department to sit in on the first round of interviews, and that's going to mainly be, okay, maybe we knock that 30 down to the top 12, whatever that is, and then it might be like a phone interview first or something, and then what I would suggest then is we're going to get it down to maybe a top 5, and then the entire USB will be involved in that interview process. That way, you guys are involved in choosing the utility director going forward. So that's where we're at now. I just give you an update approximately how many we've had, apply so far, but I expect more to come in.
Especially in light of a lot of the larger industries kind of downsizing. I think there's some potential high qualified candidates
That's a
could
good
be
point.
coming across the board.
It's a good market right now.
Okay, that's all the announcements I really have for the USB. I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous USB meeting on April 6th, I believe it was.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. No committee reports tonight. I also have no new business. Are we gonna do old business? Mr. Weldon?
Yes, please, Your Honor. If it pleases Your Honor and the City of Lawrenceburg Utility Service Board, I would request a vote to either approve or reject or table the proposed settlement agreement and mutual release document that we have for our litigation with Proximo Distillers.
Any questions?
Nope.
Not entertain a motion one way or the other, either to approve or not approve.
I'll make a motion that we approve the discussed
So
closure of that litigation.
I'll second.
that.
we got a motion on the floor by Mr. Noppert, second by which one?
Don't matter.
Tony?
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Mayor, if I may.
Yes, sir.
Legal counsel, can you let us know as soon as you have it said and done?
Yes, so we'll sign this actual agreement, the one that
Okay.
we looked at tonight.
Well,
And
it's to
we'll-
my understanding, Councilman Abbott's not on there. So
We're gonna have to write them in.
write him in, yes.
And I will,
Please.
I will yell at whoever left Tony
Sorry.
Abbott off his
It's not a
document.
big deal, we can write it in.
I don't mind not
We don't
being
want
a
his
defendant.
signature on
Write
it.
in ballot.
That's the president and council we got there. No, thank you, gentlemen, and we look forward to moving forward with Proximo as partners to the city of Lawrenceburg and having a really great relationship with them.
That's right,
Yes.
I agree.
Agree.
Okay, no other old business. If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims for the utility board.
So move.
Second,
I'll second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion will carry. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'd like to now open up the City of Lawrenceburg Common Council meeting of May 18th, 2020. If everyone could stand for the pledge. Yeah. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Mr. Fetty, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes, Councilperson Tony Abbott.
Here.
Councilperson Justin Norbert.
Yes, sir.
Councilperson Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Councilperson Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Councilperson Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
Mayor Kelly Malone.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, announcements, board reports, streets, alleys, and curbs, Mr. Abbott.
I have no report, sir.
Finance, Mr. Bondurant.
Nothing to report, Your Honor.
Parks and playgrounds, Mr. Noppert.
There's a lot of things going on with parks and playgrounds these days. One, I know last couple weeks ago we got an update on the Ludlow Hill Park. If any of you guys had a chance to drive through there, it looks incredible. I think the kids are going to love it. Unfortunately, they can't love it until May 24th. And so I'm just reiterating that to everyone, to the public, that the playgrounds will not open until May 24th. You do have access to the parks, but not the playgrounds. And then when they are accessible, even on May 24th, I spoke with our safety coordinator today in regards to potential additional cleaning that we would do on equipment, on handrails, on slides, and such. And even with the bike share, even on the bike, although we are going to provide more cleanings and try to do our very best, there still is going to be a risk, of this disease, and we cannot guarantee that transmission will not occur on these surfaces. So we continue to play at your own risk and ride and just maintain safe distances as much as possible with those who are not in your personal, call it your COVID circle of family or close friends. So continue to practice those guidelines. And then also, with the pool opening, we have lots of teams working together to vigilantly pursue policies that will keep our citizens safe as we do open up that pool in June. So it's gonna require a large effort on all of our parts, the citizens, the kids, the families, the supervisors, the managers, even us, and just really making this work together.
Okay. Mr. Roulette, fire?
No report.
Just one thing to add for the playground up on the hill. We're anticipating a June 1st opening there. It'll be on a Monday. And what I'd like to anticipate is maybe prior to our June 1st, 6 o'clock meeting, we meet up there and maybe have a ribbon cutting with the park committee, a group of about 5 or 6 parents that formed that committee and developed what that playground looks like. And we're going to get a hold of them and have them meet us up there, and it's quite a nice place. So we're hoping June 1st, and if that gets pushed back, we'll push the opening back. But that's when we were sort of going to officially turn it loose. So we'll let you know about that, and if we can get a time up there, maybe there at 5 o'clock or something. We'll let
Mayor,
everybody know.
if I'm not mistaken, when I went up there, I think they've got some of them trees down.
They do.
And I'll tell you, they've got it cleaned up. It looks really nice up there. Justin said it
Quite a
looks
few of
pretty
the
good.
trees brought down.
Yeah, they've got it cleaned up. I mean, people's walking. Hey, there's a lot of people up there. I go up there about every day. There's a lot of people goes in there.
I've been going up there
Very neat.
every day myself, just check out the progress of that playground, and it's full of people.
Yeah.
Not the playground, just the park.
Well, they got to keep you off the playground.
Yeah,
I just-
well, they're not getting on there before I do. Anyway, it looks good though. Looks really, really good.
It does.
Okay, any other announcements, guys? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
I'll make a motion.
Second,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No committee reports, but will say this again in this meeting, Chief Tremaine sent his report on to you guys, and then also, City Court Judge, Joe Johns has his report in your packet. And we'll get back to normal meetings at sometime. Anyway, next thing is new business. I've got one to add that I just found out about today, and I didn't want to put it off for another month or 2 weeks. The school is gonna have, graduation on July the 10th, I believe, on the football field. They would like to live stream it, but there's a cost to that. They don't have all that stuff to be able to do it outside there. And they asked if we would be interested in helping with that cost. I mean, we've got money in rainy day we can take it from. It's approximate cost of, from what he showed me or sent to me today, it'd be approximately $4,500 to do the whole day of the live stream and such. I don't know how, I'm open for discussion is what I brought that up for. I didn't mean to spring it on you guys. I mean, but it was just brought up, or brought to my attention again today, and I didn't want to wait 2 weeks to give them an answer.
Is any of this equipment that we potentially have available that they could use as well, or is this all stuff they would have to rent?
Well, they're actually, they got 2 quotes from people to do the live streaming. One was,
It's just like a turnkey service to
yeah,
come in, okay.
and one, there was 2 of them, and I know one was AJ Waltz, and I believe AJ came in at the lower number, if I'm not mistaken. But then there was another quote they had gotten. The original quote they had gotten was in the $10,000 range, and he got it scaled back. Of course, I think AJ worked with him. But anyway, that's why I'm bringing it forward to you guys. I didn't want to sign off on anything like that. And like I said, we can get the money from rainy day. It's not gonna. We got money like that budgeted for those kinds of things that pop up. But I wanted to make you guys aware of it and give you guys an opportunity to weigh in on it.
Would it be, this is just a suggestion, I don't know, would it be any easier if they did it at our new park, use the stage?
We offered that. It wouldn't be easier, he said. We offered that very early on to use the Civic Park. It wouldn't help with the live streaming. It would be the same ordeal. But the kids wanted to keep it on campus.
Okay.
Well,
Understandable.
And you have seating for their families that they can distance in the bleachers, and there's
That's
also
yeah.
this massive
I think
100-yard
they're only gonna
area.
allow 4, each kid can bring 4,
Yeah,
has 4 tickets or something.
okay. A lot more area down by the football field that they can,
We
Probably
did that
use.
on the football field back when I was on school board and the new gym was being
Mm-hmm. I do recall that.
erected. We did it on the football. It was hot.
Yes, I recall that.
well, it's
You
just
didn't have
July.
any shade
yeah.
down there.
No, that was,
You probably remember that. You were
that was,
teaching that.
yep, I was teaching. I was down there.
Yeah.
It was
oh
hot
boy,
down
it
there.
was hot.
Yeah, I mean, going back to the
Dude.
graduation, just being over to school and stuff. I mean, it's kind of a special occasion for these kids. These kids have already lost a little bit, you know, over the last few months.
A lot.
And
Yeah, that's,
like I said, the graduation, it's a pretty neat experience for all of them and everybody in attendance. So any way that we could help, probably to, you know, make it a little bit better for them, you know, that's up to you guys.
And let me not say this, Mr. Gailey and I've heard from, I know you guys have too, a lot of staff, a lot of parents that have been just so thankful for even the little gesture we did on putting them on the signs and stuff. I mean, how many times I know, Tommy, you got approached, everybody did, probably in this room, about, you know, hey, what a nice gesture to do for the kids.
Yeah.
That was nothing to do, you know, it was nice, I'm glad we could do it.
Yeah.
Came from the
But this
heart.
would be something that we would have to commit some dollars to, if you guys see fit.
Yeah.
I mean, if it, yeah.
I still like, just like Mr. Freddie was saying, it's not only special for the graduate, you know, there's a lot of parents and grandparents who put hours and miles and
Well, that's-
everything in, you know, so I'd hate for anybody to miss it.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
the whole thing too, is, you know, if they're only allowed to bring 4
Exactly,
people,
yeah.
you got grandparents, you got aunts, you got uncles,
And
and
you
they're all
also,
gonna
you
be
also have
sitting home,
the
they'd all
grandparent,
like to at
or
least see
anybody
it.
still social distancing themselves at that time, you know, who don't wanna risk it, so.
Yeah. I'm in favor of it.
Mayor, I'd
That's
entertain a
fine.
motion, to go ahead, proceed, and with, as you stated, the rainy day fund.
Okay, so Tommy's motion on the floor then is to, pay for the live streaming cost,
Correct.
for the, senior graduation on July 10th.
I'll second that motion.
Yeah.
Second by Brett. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? I know they'll be appreciative, guys. They always are, so thank you. That's the only thing I had in new business. Old business, Mr. Weldon, you have anything you wanna say on old business?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. If it pleases Your Honor and the Common Council, what I have under old business is, again, the Dearborn County Country Club, looking at the terms and conditions of the assignment of the original $3 million loan that was made and then assigned to the current ownership under the Cunningham administration. That assignment, the paperwork has a clause whereby they can develop up to 20% of the total acreage into commercial residential housing or hotels, motels. They've asked to invoke that and for us to release our lien for our loan as to that up to 20%. The clause that they're referring to, it says what they say it says. I know this is an agreement that happened way before our time, but it does say that. And so as long as what they intend to do matches up with what's in the contract, then that's, obviously we can't stand in the way of that. The one thing that I think we can do just from discussing and having some feedback is have them bear any costs associated with releasing that lien, getting that recorded, and legal fees, and then we would just release that at the closing to make sure they've taken all the steps that they need to take. But other than that, they're asking to do something that's in that contract, and as long as it matches up, then we can't really stand in the way.
Okay, now we took a vote in Board of Works to just move it forward to that next step, so to speak. Do you want to do the same thing for council?
Yes, please. I think that's appropriate, and I know that their group wants to hear that we're moving forward to a next step.
Okay, so what I would entertain is a motion to move forward with the Dearborn Country Club request, but based upon Mr. Weldon's, the highlights he just made in regards to that, so I don't have to repeat it. It's all recorded. Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to move forward with the execution of the contract.
Okay, got a motion on the floor, got a second?
I'll second it.
Second, Tony, or Tommy? Okay, first by Tony, second by Tommy. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Hey,
Roll call, please.
Councilperson Tony Abbott.
Aye.
Councilperson Justin Noppert.
Aye.
Councilperson Tommy Roulette.
Aye.
Councilperson Lenny Fryman.
no.
Councilperson Rhett Bondurant.
Okay, motion on the floor passes 4-1.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The only thing I've got under old business, guys, is, and you got a copy of it in your packet, is donation committee recommendations. You got 2 of them here, and there's not any that they didn't put into, or they did not fund. So I'd like to entertain a motion then to approve those donation committee requests.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
Your Honor, I got one
Yes, sir.
question before we leave that. When are we gonna start hooking up fiber customers again, or are we doing that now?
We are doing it now. In fact, we just hooked a few up this past week, but we got 4 different teams that'll be going out starting next week. And Mr. Bittner is gonna come and give us an update as a council.
Uh-huh.
But, because he's been giving me an update every week in my staff meeting. They've got, all of the, they wanna call it the manufacturing piece of it. They think most of that'll be done here in the next 2.5 to 3 weeks total. Okay, and then it'll be time for installs. The biggest piece we got right now to do installs, we got quite a few residents up at Riviera that are on the list. I'm talking probably about 80 customers up there. So we'll probably have a couple teams devoted just to that area, and then they're gonna split up the teams, maybe if it's one downtown, one up. But what we also did, we had door hangers made up, and we've got 3 of the ladies here in the office. What we're gonna try to do is be 2 weeks ahead of the schedule. And if we're gonna be on Elm Street, let's say in 2 weeks from now, Tony, we would have the young ladies would be on Elm Street this week, putting door hanger on everybody's door. That way it gives them a chance to call and get on the list. So once we're on Elm Street, we really don't wanna leave Elm Street till we get the people that wanna get.
Makes sense.
All right.
So we're gonna try to stay ahead of that, so we're not skipping all over the place. Now, we're gonna have to go back and hit people at different times, but the intent is to try and make sure that we hit as many people as we can in one area.
Do you know how far backlogged we are besides the 80 up there?
No, we got about there was 110, I believe, on the backlog. I think we've cleared up, I think we're down below 95 now. Obviously, rain like today, it doesn't help, but, so they're moving.
Okay.
And they think once, because they've got more of the manufacturing piece done, to where it was taken, a team of 2 could only get maybe 2 installs done a day, maybe 1. The way they've got it now, to where the ATC component of it is already hooked up and things with the manufacturing piece, they think they'll be able to knock out 2 to 3 a day per team. So we're talking about 10 to 12 customers a day.
That'd be nice.
And then we can get caught up, and then we'll be able to hopefully stay up with it. Now, there's a bunch of work to do on the commercial side of things that we're working on. I know Dell has been working with getting us the right kind of contracts. We got to make sure we got ourselves covered on that. We're having people look at the current contracts because I just want to make sure. But yeah, I mean, we're making progress.
Good.
In fact, they were excited about how smooth it was going. I'm talking about utility folks that have been involved. So
Great.
working.
Yeah, I've got a question, Mayor. Are they doing anything on the Hill? I've got people on Butler and I got people on Bel Air that's already been signed. It's said they were supposed to get it 2 months ago and they haven't got it, but I didn't know what to tell them because I didn't know where it was at.
There will be people up on the Hill working as well because my understanding, they've got 3 streets that they're, now don't quote me on this. I hate to say the streets because unless it's changed from Friday till today, it may have, but such as Butler Court, Bodie, and one other up there that they said that they'd hopefully be at in the next 2 weeks. So that means I told them I want you up there hanging door hangers on those streets this week. So I'll get more.
So I need to just tell them that they'll be hanging door hanger. They'll know when it's coming.
Yes, exactly. If we hang a door hanger on your door, you're about 2 weeks out, is what we're hoping. That equates.
The other thing, as you're talking to some of your constituents, I've had a lot of our citizens say that they thought they had signed up a year ago, and I guess the letter had gone out saying if there was interest in it, and they sent that letter and they thought they signed up, because when I checked down here, they weren't officially signed up. So I started taking contracts around. So if they do, make sure that you reiterate to them that they need to confirm that they've signed up.
And
So
they can call down here
yeah.
and verify that. That's a
Yep.
good point. There was, whether we liked the way it was done, handled or not, but, there was an initial letter went out that the people could say, hey, I would be interested.
Mhm.
Well, that did not sign you up. You have to call down here, you have to get on the list, you have to come down and pick up an application or do something if they, or
Yep.
online.
I've been having some applications I've been
Okay.
handing out to them, so.
Yeah, so, you know, we're trying to clear up as much confusion as, that has been out there, but I hear it too, Lenny. I mean, people say, hey, you know, I've been signed up for 6 months, 4 months. I just tell them, bear with us, you know.
I just tell them that I don't really know what I'm talking about, so if I make a mistake, I don't get in trouble.
I got you.
I like it.
There you go.
Hey, regarding the community center, the COVID testing facility,
Yes.
I did stop by there last Friday just to chat with them, thank them for being there. That's the Indiana State Health Department. We had agreed to allow them to use the gymnasium of the community center to do their testing. They had, when I spoke with them, they were very happy to tell me that our local health department, Mr. Hankins, and who's the chair, had been very easy to work with and kind of helped facilitate them more quickly than a lot of other places. They actually had some problems getting the test sites up and running. As of, I think they got up and running at 1 o'clock on Wednesday, and I think Wednesday they tested 65 or 66 people.
Justin, do you know offhand if like there's
Thursday,
any,
they did it like 86 Thursday.
if that's open to anybody in the area? Is there a charge? I mean, do you know any
And
information
I
like that
asked
on it?
them that, and there is a sign-up sheet, you know, through the health department and the state health department, but they are taking walk-ins, is what they said. So, and this is just COVID testing. This is not the antibody testing. This is for symptomatic people or those who are associated with symptomatic people, or if you think you have it.
So actually, Justin, anybody that I want to go be tested, I don't think I've had it or anything like that. I could go get, because I heard at first we wasn't allowed to do that.
Well, that was, they do have a website which you make an appointment on, and I think they probably prefer that, but I don't think they're gonna turn away walk-ins if you think you're symptomatic or think you have it.
But if you're
So-
not, you
Now,
shouldn't go.
I can't answer for that piece of
So-
it. If you go down there and you filled out the questionnaire or whatever, and you haven't been around somebody or you don't think you have it, I'm not sure they'll test you. I don't know.
That's right, yeah. Now,
That's
is
what
this,
I
I was hearing, so I don't know.
is this, I'm sorry, go ahead. Is this just for Dearborn County residents, right, or not?
It's Indiana.
It's
Indiana?
It's not limited to Dearborn County.
Oh, okay.
I think it is
They picked
Indiana.
50 counties that they thought would be good centers for this, but not every county has it, so. But it's not Ohio or Kentucky. You have to be
You were
an
very
Indiana resident.
fortunate to get it right here. It's close for
Yes, sir.
for the people here.
Mayor, one other thing. Were we gonna have any discussion on how we wanna do the first meeting in June?
Oh, that's good.
Or,
Mark.
I'm open.
Good question.
Good point. What are you guys thinking?
I'm for letting them in myself.
What's the date on our first meeting in June?
June 1st.
I'm getting lonely sitting over here by myself.
Do we have,
We wouldn't be able to get anybody up here.
I know they're still encouraging
Have to have some distancing. correct?
social distancing, so did we ever get a capacity on the room here?
Yeah, we can get, we're able to get 25
Yeah,
total.
In a
That
total,
includes us.
okay.
and our
Includes us
capacity
now.
is 82.
Does that include the department heads that are usually here? We're gonna.
We're not gonna,
we're
we're
still
not
gonna
gonna
ask
have
them
them
to-
come unless they have to
Okay.
present.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be a good move there.
I like that as well.
Yes.
So we'll open it up to public starting June 1st. And we'll just have to limit it to, we got, what,
9.
8 of us?
Well, and we'll I mean, it's just,
We can get 17 other chairs in
yeah.
here.
So I think we just need to
Social
make the
Yeah.
public aware that if we get beyond that limit, that to comply with the governor's orders, that we will have to, keep people from
Yeah.
coming in. And
Yep.
as much as we want people to be involved and even comment and be here for these meetings, we also want to comply and
And we could live stream it. We could continue to live stream
Yeah.
it.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
yeah, that's the one thing I would like to continue this live stream, probably, maybe a long time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
I agree.
months and months, just because some people just may not feel safe, and this,
Right.
it may be perfect for some people just to watch it
Agreed.
like this.
I agree.
Maybe we could preset how many we got, couple, 15, 16 more chairs, maybe preset the chairs, get the other ones out of here.
Yeah, we'll
Kinda
have
use
them-
that,
we'll
'cause
have
we're in the
them do
middle of a
that.
meeting.
We'll have them do
You know,
that the
guys
day
are
of
gonna be
the
coming
meeting.
in and doing a head count.
We'll have them do
Good
that
idea.
the day of the meeting.
Yep.
And we'll put out just enough chairs to
Right.
satisfy the requirement.
You think we could like mask tape
Yes, I was gonna
X's
say
on
the
the
same.
floor?
Well,
So
we'll
that
put
way the
the-
chairs won't keep getting moved around, so the
Exactly.
chairs gotta stay right there.
I was gonna recommend the
And-
same thing, tape the floor to
Can,
Yep.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
idea.
I think it would be a good idea.
that, not a problem.
All right, and we still got the claims. I think we didn't quite get through the claims.
No, we approved the claim.
No,
Thank
No, we
you.
didn't.
Tony,
Yeah.
Tony
Yeah.
interrupted. Tony
I wanted to
interrupted.
make an adjournment.
Gotta
I
get the
wanna go
claims.
buy the book.
Entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second,
Second?
all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries.
I always like to be the one to say, let's get out of here.
Kidding.
Just kidding.
Thanks,
I wanted to
guys.
stay a little bit
Be
longer.
safe.